Larry Summers, former U.S. Treasury Secretary, I believe under Obama. That's correct. Yes, thank you very much. Has come out and said, and this is a CPS Market Watch article, there needs to be a surge in unemployment to curb inflation. I mean, comes right out and just says on all these news shows, look, we got to drive unemployment up. Is anybody else listening to what I'm saying? They think that driving people out of their jobs, a sense of security, a sense of belonging, that driving people out of their jobs to the tune of millions, wait for it. This is what this bonehead said. Larry Summers, in a speech, said there needs to be a lasting period of higher unemployment to contain inflation. A 1-year spike to 10% unemployment, 2 years of 7.5% unemployment, or 5 years of 6% unemployment. Let me remind you where we stand right now, 3.6% unemployment. So this bonehead thinks that 5 years of double of where we are now of the unemployment rate is what's needed to curb inflation. He said, this is specifically what he said, folks, that the unemployed rolls need to swell to roughly 16 million from just under 6 million right now. Now let's just stop. This is monetary policy that we just casually share on news shows? We're going to unemploy, or the hope is to unemploy 10 million people. All right, so let's just stop. And Alex, this is where I need my chart that we talked about. Because right now, we have about 4 to 5 million jobs that are currently available that people can't fill, because we have over 11 million jobs. I'm using round numbers here to prove a point quickly. We have over 11 million jobs open and about 8 million people unemployed. So these boneheads think, well, let's drive up the interest rates and we hope it creates more unemployment. And so let's just say, for discussion purposes, that we put 4 or 5 million people over the next 3 or 4 months into the unemployment line. Well, they're going to go work somewhere, or you're going to keep driving up unemployment benefits. Where are they going to get the money? They're going to go get hired somewhere. Well, now all of a sudden you've got this huge gap between jobs available and people unemployed, but those people unemployed need the jobs. So they're going to go get the jobs. Is it really going to drive inflation down? I'm not seeing it. Because what really drives inflation, and yes, when there is a hot job market like there is now, people are competing for talent, and it does drive wages up. And yes, driving wages up is passed on to the consumer. That's all true. But there are two other factors at play that are causing this huge surge in inflation that the government ought to try to do something about, but ultimately the private sector will shake it out. And let's get clear on this. During the pandemic, the supply chain was severely disrupted. The manufacturing, like look at the cost of used cars. It's nothing to do with the interest rate. It has everything to do with the chips, not making new cars. Supply chain of building materials. What did that do? That slowed down housing starts. Folks, I'm an idiot, and I understand this. I'm serious. I can't do a math problem to save my life, but I understand this. How is it these government leaders think that driving people to unemployment rolls is going to pull down? No, what we need to fix is a supply chain. What we need to fix is housing starts and manufacturing starts through rewarding economic policies and corporate tax rates and things like that to get corporate America and the global corporate structure moving again. Groceries and gas are high because of supply chain and manufacturing issues, and gas is high because of the exclusivity in the oil industry. I don't care what your politics are. You want to see your gas go down, tell your congressman, tell your senator that you want to drill for more oil in the U.S. But this kind of asinine monetary policy is misguided, and it's not going to help. It's like saying, look, I know gas costs are high, so maybe you should buy an electric car. Anybody want to venture a guess on what the average cost of an electric car is? You know what it is? I know what it is because I came prepared. $60,000. Okay, let's also, the average American family is going to go into debt for $60,000 to be able to save a couple bucks at the pump. Folks, let your voice be heard. These people don't know what they're doing.